what's up? Let's get right into it. Go ahead and share your screen.
Yes, sir. Ba-ra-ba-ba.
Okay, so you're finally diamond. Congratulations. Hold on one second. Let me just hit diamond.
Thank you,
Good
thank
job.
you.
Good job. First.
Hello?
Yep.
Oh. Oh, you just weren't saying anything. I thought I was lagging.
No, you're good. I was just saying, you hit diamond. Good job. One sec. Let's do this real quick.
I'm not gonna lie, it's been rough.
So
Ever since I
you're.
hit diamond, it's been like really rough. Like,
Yep.
and the trencher's rough. Like, even though like if it's a win-loss, it doesn't matter if it's a win or if it's a loss.
Mhm.
It's just been rough overall.
Yep, and that's I'm gonna be really
The only
honest.
way I've
That's
been winning.
how the games go after your, diamond, high diamond plus elo. Games are even 10 times harder. I'm struggling right now in high ascended, low mortal. So it's
I
a
mean,
it's a
like,
fucking grind. You have to understand that people are really good nowadays. It's not even from
yeah.
when I came back 6 months ago in November. Game has already evolved. People are way better now than they were 6 months ago. So that's
Yeah, and
that's the
I
game.
think Yeah, and I think the games I'm winning, it's because I used the identification
Hmm.
strategy, or not strategy, but concept you've been trying to like put into my brain so much.
Hmm.
And I've been only winning those games when I do really good in that
Yep, that's the only way you'll win
with or
games.
without kills.
Yep,
And
that's
then
it.
I realized that when I have more kills, but I do not as well, it still doesn't matter because if the concept is not applied, then there's no point of getting kills at that point.
Yep, that's pretty much what I've been teaching all my students. It's not about
They have
kills.
to be integrated together.
Gotta be thinking
Match
about way
found.
more than just WASD, shooting, killing people.
I will say though, I do feel better on the aim today. I do feel
Sure.
better on the aim today. Put a couple of death matches today, got first in one of them, so I'm feeling good.
Good, good. Just make sure you keep training, keep maintaining your aim, stuff like that.
Yeah. No way. Oh no, that's crazy. Bro said he had to go. I played with December today.
Nice. How did it go?
No, like not like on our main accounts, just for fun because him
Uh,
and I haven't talked recently. So
s-
I just wanted to kind of play with him, for fun
right, right.
today. And we had a good time. It was
Good.
fun. Trying to think. Ooh. So how bad of a nerf did Teo get? Because on his salvos, you have to buy them. I know his drone went up in value. Did they also like nerf his like time for his drone as well?
I'm not sure about his drone time, but I know they nerfed the salvos and the price of the drone.
Because he got hit hard. Like
I didn't get hit that hard, to be honest. Just a little
I,
nerf, not
I,
not a
I
huge
mean,
nerf.
I mean, when I mean hit hard, I mean like when I played him for the first time in a ranked game after his nerf, I could tell the difference.
Well, yeah, that's why it's a nerf. Like
It always
they
feels
reduced his
staggering that you
impact.
have to
They're
meet
not gonna keep him the
personally.
same
Does anyone else feel that
level
way?
of impact, right? So
No? Just me?
Yeah.
okay, so this game I'm really not gonna help you. I really want to see,
Oh yeah.
because it's a little bit.
kind of worried about my Phoenix here. You said that you guys would go take a shit, bro. What we're gonna see. Let's run it down, B.
Turret out.
Enemy spotted. B. Reloading.
Drop in a scope.
All missiles away.
Got on site.
Enemy spotted. I got the spike.
Spike
Let's
down
take
B.
bomb and rotate tail. Let's go. Watch out for mid lurk.
Reloading.
Actually, it might be a remake.
Bot coming back.
Grenade is live.
Last player standing.
So what do you think the
Spike down
well, it's
A.
probably a remake, but what do you think the problem with this round is? In
My
terms
team's like kind of all over
no,
the
no,
place.
not in terms of your team, just
30
in terms of
seconds
the
left.
macro. Not it like specifically what your teammates did, but what the team is doing. They went B, they died. You called a rotation, great, like it. But you have to understand that that rotation is gonna take too long, right? Does that make sense?
Okay.
Remember,
Yeah.
Because
no
they
one
know,
wants to
they
die.
know you guys left. What happens when they know?
No one's
They
getting
immediately start running A, and those
Yeah.
mid guys start picking up A as well. So
hmm
that's what happened, where they will be literally kind of like shoot, like just there while you guys are coming out on A. So you could have. This is a little bit more advanced. Okay, I've taught you how to rotate, right? That's like,
But maybe run back a fake
you know,
instead
that's
of.
you know, I taught you the most basic intermediate concept that is used pretty, you know, throughout all of ranks.
Often.
Yeah, it's very
Mhm.
often. But the next level, the next step is understanding
Match
if this
found.
rotation is gonna take too long. If it is, you gotta be like, wait, it's not gonna work. Let's rehit. Let's just go back B.
Okay, now I understand what you mean.
Like fake the rotate and go back. You gotta have that like
Yeah,
that little bit of an audible there. Like like that call
understanding.
was good. The rotation call was good. But what I'm trying to my point is that I'd like you to understand if it's too late or too like if it's gonna take too long. That's the main thing. Once you identify, oh fuck, they're gonna beat us to the race to A. Just be like, okay, walk back. Let's go back B. They're already rotating it, right? It's being 3 steps ahead instead of 2, right? The
Mhm.
second step of being ahead is rotating because they're all on B, right? But that
Yep.
third layer is being like, wait, they're gonna beat us there. I know it through whatever experience, whatever, etc. Let's go back. And a lot of the times when I do that, B is free because people are very one track minded, one layer thinkers. Oh, they're B guys. We killed 2. And then they start rotating. Wait, they're rotating. What happens? They just start running A. Everybody. Nobody anchors. And so that way you'll get on site for free. And that's what really I would like you to think about more too. It's not about just making the right call and that's it. Try to get on site for free all the time instead of
Yep.
like that base. I'm not saying you do this all the time, but instead of
Oh,
that like
yeah. I
base
completely
level
understand what you
of
mean.
just that base simple mind of rotating. Yeah, great. I've taught you how to do it at a high level. Now add that layer, right? Get it more.
One step ahead of the
Yeah, like
thought
it's
process.
very to some people. I know to you it's not, but I know to some people they'll be like, "What the fuck is this guy talking about? What? Why?" Right? But it matters because
I feel like we kind of already talked about this, even like
sure,
within the first few sessions. Anyway, like it was
probably,
never really like a big point, but it was always just there in the back until
probably
I
we did talk
got.
about it, but you probably would not have understood or really applied what it meant until now. You can probably start applying it because you know people are better. You're not in silver anymore, where you just do
Yeah.
one layer of thinking. Now you're in diamond, almost ascendant. These people are, and in ascendant, Elo, it's all
Yo.
a lot of the good players because they're all washed high level players. So, simple thinking won't work. You gotta think 5, 6, 7 steps.
Oh,
Okay.
Gecko, can you
So
flash me
just
into
some
elbow?
food for thought on that one round.
Yeah.
That will improve your quality of calling. That's why I kind of talked
Mhm.
about it. Hi May, how are you? Hi got hella gum. What's up? What's up,
There.
baby girl?
Loading.
Okay. Kill.
No one cleared A main, by the way. It could be in the smoke.
Good.
Full flank. Nice. One's A link. Cypher alley. Faye was less than A link.
One enemy remaining. Reload.
Okay, good. Okay, what can we pick up from this clove, this enemy clove? What did he do to your turret? Do you know?
You shot it, and I didn't
no,
notice.
No, he smoked it off and went through, went past it.
Did
No.
he?
Yeah.
Oh shit! I didn't even know.
Your
Oh okay.
turret's watching him in, and the guy's elbow. The gecko killed her elbow, coming into elbow, so she went past her turret. So, off that information, you gotta set your turret up where it cannot be smoked off easily, as in, you know, put in the middle of the lane. So even if it's smoked off, she has to walk through it, and the turret will likely see her. Stuff like that.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Instead of just putting off to
I see.
one side where it just gets smoked, she walks past it. Right, like that.
like
yeah,
this,
yeah,
kinda.
exactly. Because even if she smokes that, what's she gonna do? She gotta walk through it. Turret's gonna see her. I'm good. I'm good.
Raise
Tired.
backside.
I had a very long last 3 days. That's why I wasn't streaming. Don't ask what happened, but we were just, yeah. I probably know, but yeah, we were just staying
go
up
backside.
all day, all night playing, and I just had no energy to stream. Ugh, the aim ain't it. Lol. Yeah, we literally stayed up 20, like, forever. Not sure. All good. Okay. There's no, like, problem that you did, but what can you try to identify on what was wrong and maybe the team's positioning? Not your position, a little bit yours too, but the whole team. What could they have
Maybe
done better? Instead of just
they should have
every
taken
people.
more space.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Bro,
Because all of them kind of clumped up in one
it's
area.
fucking
and I kinda
3
noticed that
main,
too.
2 right side under, like, nobody has backside control. Nobody has market
And
control.
And I just thought like maybe I should just like stay main and you know play my
Yeah, that's
molly
fine.
and
That's
stuff.
fine. I'm helping you understand what the team is doing wrong, so
Mm-hmm.
that you can adjust that, guys. So next time that happens, guys, we need to take space
We should default this
when
round.
you're on site. You understand what I'm saying, Evan?
Yeah.
Next time you're
no,
supposed
I
to
completely
you gotta be
understand.
like, guys, take space, control back site, so that doesn't happen because they're flooding out and killing everybody in B main. 1A main. I wanted to join GC a few times, but it was always 4-4. I don't think we always had it 4-4. I think maybe somebody said
Where?
that.
Where's
but
Fade?
I think
Dog
my
come
mod
from?
put that on because he knows.
it was top.
But
Alright,
you should have
yours
told me,
pushing
man.
out,
I
man.
would have just opened it up. I didn't even know it was 4 out of 4.
Safe.
Sounds like he's going into our spawn.
We missed you, May. We missed you.
One's A man.
Player standing.
Sure.
One's in tiles and one's A man.
Okay. What's our setup? Tell me right now.
Okay. Yoru plays A, Cypher plays B with what's her name, Raze.
Okay.
And then Fade plays mid. I think she plays top mid because my teammate said that the dog came from top mid.
Sure.
And then Clove plays. Actually, no. Clove would have to play top mid.
I think Clove is top mid or market for sure. Yeah. But okay, good. Track it, store it. Okay, there's no wrong answer. Well, there is a wrong answer. But just trying to make sure that you're
One's elbow.
on the ball.
One's alley. Planting default.
Okay, what's the problem this round? It was like a decent start to the round. 5 yeah, and then it just kind of went to shit. What do you think went wrong? Let's look at your POV this time.
Maybe I wasn't swinging with my team like I was supposed to.
Sure, what else?
And I also didn't place my alarm
Yeah,
bot down
yeah,
with my
bro,
mollies to play
You
post.
literally had fucking all your utility. Put your alarm bot down. Mollies don't necessarily need to be saved only for post plant on the bomb. You can use it to
can be
cut off space. You can use it to
Yeah.
delay. You can stall them. Right? You can lock down areas with it for that brief moment or help you cross, etc. Hold it down, delay them, whatever. So many fucking options. Put your alarm bot down, aim in there. Put a molly in link. Activate it. Put one in spawn. Put one on the bomb. Whatever. Just kind of use your utility.
If we're gonna go here, we gotta kill Cypher Trips. Ow. We should rotate. Rage, you say you're in make noise. Let's go, Ed, come on. Nice, good try. Go, go, go.
Wingman's planting.
One could be back alley. On top of the
He's
box
on top
alley.
of a box, looking over the smoke.
One A link.
Right there. What the?
One still alley.
Oh
On
god.
top of the box, one site.
This guy's just running out of fucking
Player
nade.
standing. Last player standing.
There's getting capped.
Let's see.
Holy fuck. Okay, what's the problem this round?
I should have had my gun out
Probably.
when I was
What
going
else?
down, when I was going through spawn. Maybe that wasn't the right call to rotate.
Sure. What can we
And
take
maybe I
away?
should've
What can we
like-
take away in this round? With the enemy?
That we should start. We should. Oh, they rotate quickly,
Sure.
like very quickly.
I was looking
if
that
we
they're
run
kind
a
of taking
fake-
space on you guys, but
Oh yeah.
because they walked out, I mean.
Reyna, be careful. Yor likes to walk up A main and grab the orb. Raise it B main.
Spike down A.
2 or B. We should go A. We should go A.
One enemy remaining.
Last one's B. Let's go A. Let's go A.
Placing swarm grenade. Swarm grenade out. Bot. Point out. Recalling my bot.
Coming A link.
I'm gonna flash for first tab.
Found them. Swarm grenade out.
I'm wrapping her. She doesn't know.
Last player standing.
Nice. Good round.
Trade.
Is this their best?
So I think one thing you could take away from this round is that it's really you gotta. Now I can teach you this stuff. Now you must make it a habit to tell them he's off, he's off, he's off. Not on yet, not on, off, off, off. Every time you see you know or hear he's off the bomb, you gotta call that so that Reyna doesn't peek elbow. Okay, this is a high level way of communicating, very very high level. Okay, so start integrating that because once you start rapping, alarm bot went off. Right, you mollied it. Is she on? Is she on the bomb sticking it?
Yep. Raze likes to push up B main.
No, no. The answer is no. You said yes. The answer is no. She's not on sticking the bomb. All right, it's mollied. So you gotta tell him that
All right.
and keep track of it all by hearing.
2 backside. One in the smoke. Yours in the smoke.
Player standing.
What's okay? What do you think the problem is with the team right now? What is your play style? Take a step back and look at your own team's tendencies and frequencies. Use the identification protocol on your own team to use it against the enemies. What are you guys doing? There's
Just running it down with
yeah,
no
you
plan.
guys are just fucking running it down, no plan. What do you think's gonna happen? You already told me they're a fast rotational team. We talked about this. If they're a fast rotational team and we're running it down, what happens? There's 5 people waiting for us. Use your brain. Set up some fakes. Set up a default. Set up a contact. Set up something else. Then running it
We
down.
should fake A, go B. Someone go with Gecko.
At this point, it's too late to call that. You gotta call it before the round, but. Look at this. Look. Good.
Let's go A.
You have ult. So we should ult from right here in this corner, and then protect it.
Alarm bot.
Very likely they're gonna push this ult
Placing swarm grenade.
because of where you posted it. Posted it, yeah.
Player
Yeah,
standing.
that.
One away.
That position on that ult was terrible. You have to put it in elbow where you die. You know where your X is? You see where your X is, right? Where you died? On that corner, but towards there's like in
Right
that
there.
around that corner, just round that corner where you died. And then you know, that guy could never peek A main. I just knew immediately someone was gonna peek it to try to kill it. Cause I would too. If I saw that ult there, I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna peek this and kill it, and that's what he did.
Yep.
So you have to be a little bit more aware there.
Mhm.
Yeah. And then let's call a play now, right now. I won't talk, so you can make a call. Call something else besides running it down.
Let's make our insight go A, but we actually run a fake B. But everybody has to go B. Everybody.
Tell the Reyna to go. You gotta be specific. Reyna, Raze, go A, guys. Make noise.
Yeah. Reyna and Raze, you guys go A. You guys go A. Gecko, come here. Gecko, come here.
Yes, this is how you manage and make plans.
Give them the bomb. Give
Wait,
them
are
the
we
bomb.
fake-
No,
Taking A.
why are we giving them the bomb? Take the bomb. We're ending B. Hello.
I thought I said end A.
Said-
That's why I
you
was
said fake A. You just said fake A. Oh my god. So definitely people walking down mid, 100%. Just re-clear it.
both mid. One's
Go
close
ahead,
door
go
on
ahead,
B.
go ahead, go ahead. Put your,
I'm going in, I'm going in.
your setup.
Spike down A.
I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. He just said go A and B, and then he's fucking tell.
In the smoke.
There's just fundamentally something wrong with this plan. Just fundamentally something wrong. They fake B with Clove, Killjoy, Gecko,
Clove's gonna come to your
and they
Gecko.
put the 2 duelists to walk up on A. Like, I don't understand. Okay, what is the problem this round? It's a big problem, fundamental
Too
problem.
uncoordinated.
Okay, besides that, be a little bit more specific. In terms of the plan you made.
I
go check it out.
misspoke. I misspoke.
Sure. Okay, you not only misspoke, you managed it poorly. Even if you were to fake B to go A, why are the 2 duelists walking up on A? Think about that. With the bomb. You 3 that you put on B should have went A, and then put the 2 duelists on B to fake it. You understand?
Yeah.
Agents being somewhere matter. If they see a Clove, you know, like, yes, you can sell the fake with a Clove, Gecko, and Killjoy, but you need some duelists there too.
Yeah.
Okay? They're gonna help sell the fake. Obviously, we're running it in here with result. So let's take backside control, try to scale it whenever you can.
Face your fear.
Nice, one more. You even have Molly, good. Alarm bot as well. Just tuck in this corner forever. Just stay it here.
I know exactly where.
One enemy remaining.
Spawn.
Last
Oh,
one, Bobo.
Nice. Okay. Decent round.
One of us. They mess with
But
all
you
of
shouldn't be struggling with this. Okay,
Yeah.
gotta keep on top of this a little bit. Okay, really important. So let's make another plan, whatever it is. Try to make it make sense.
us. Right there.
Let's go A. I'm gonna go mid and take space and try not to let them flank you.
Good, I like it. So you set up your turret for.
If you guys have
A.
issues A, fake go B, and then cut noise, and then go back A.
You just, they're on A though. How are they gonna fake B if they're on A? I'm confused. So you need to start lurking up here or going back with your team. Look at your team. You're just sitting mid.
Raze rotating. Raze is gonna be A link.
Put your
Fade.
setup. Put your setup for flank. Hello. Get ready for fights here. 2 spawn. 1 link.
108 on your room.
Swarm grenade out.
Last player standing.
Let's try. So thought process was very good. I honestly give that round a thought process of an 8, 9. Execution was very bad though. You even said it. You said I'm gonna go beat mid guys and take space. Did you take space?
Last round in the half.
No. You sat there and did nothing while the whole team were up elbow almost into spawn. Look at the minimap and then off that information on where they are, match their movement. If they're up in elbow almost spawn, they're coming out. You should be bottom mid. You should be top mid, running where the Raze was. You should be there, where he was rotating. You should be there killing him. But you're bottom mid doing. You don't even have a flank trip for B main. The guy could have walked down and just shot you in the back of the head. You wouldn't even know. Right. Gotta be a little bit more aware of the minimap. Bro, he's.
Impeccable kill.
In the smoke and market.
Last player
Oh
standing.
god, Evan, what are we gonna do with you, bro? You know you heard 2 people mark it, right? Like, all you had to do was
But
walk
not.
through that door and you would have had the sight. Because you would have had control. You killed a market guy, they come out be main, cause they see you get a market guy, and then you would have went, you know, whatever, out market through sight or into their spawn and then killed Boba. But you went for the mid guy. Instead of looking left, the guy immediately to your left and killing him. And then taking control, closing the door, and then the clove is fucked. Stuff like that. Alright. Gotta be slightly more aware there in that specific round. I can understand if you heard the guy running down, but he wasn't even running down. Like, I heard the market guy literally 1 meter away from you to your left. If you just peeked, he's dead. You had the timing there, just gave it up. Good thought process, bad execution.
Someone's there.
2 here on A.
Good.
Found them.
No one's mid, by the way. They can come up through our spawn.
Swarm grenade out.
This clove just saved everybody. They're going to be a run. Just reclear mid.
Spike planted.
Go to the clove, go to clove. He needs help. This guy's literally 1v3 on the site. Trade him out, but
Reloading.
Back Titan, man.
nice.
Enemy remaining.
You have a turret.
Placing sentry.
Somebody get on the bomb. Hello.
Sick.
KJ, stick it, KJ.
Nice. Okay. Communicate there. Situational awareness is lacking. 3v2. You got a very nice kill on the Euro. That's a big fucking kill. You gotta be immediately telling somebody or yourself, get on the bomb, get on the bomb. Right? Does that make sense? Because he's smoked off.
It does.
Somebody get on the bomb. The faster somebody has it, the higher the chance you have to win the round. Even if he kills people on the bomb, if it's halved, you don't even need to, you know, defuse it at 38 seconds in millisecond. You have a little bit more room to play around with.
Mhm.
So another 3.5 seconds.
I for Cam here on A.
So they're going back mid. Pick it up. Look at the-
Gecko, can you go
60
mid and
feet.
Clove? You go back B.
Freeze.
Good. I like this calm. Tell them
Your
nothing
could be
A.
on A.
Look at your Reyna. Look at your Reyna. What does he see? Nothing.
It's probably gonna be B. Reyna sees
Lead
nothing in
mid.
man.
Lead mid. Let him
Eight is
take
one
space, bro. You don't need to walk down with him. Let him do it. Pick something else up. Okay, so take back your stuff and go B.
Spike
Look at your Reyna. You don't need stuff on A.
Calling my bot.
Go, go, go. Watch your market. On backside already. Market backside, main.
Market backside.
Last player standing.
Bro. You are not looking at the mini-map. You are not looking at the mini-map. Look at the mini-map. You're fucking on A. Rain has all of A. You're sitting on A doing nothing. And you want to walk down with her. Just let her do it by looking at the mini. Oh, she's got the space already. I take all my shit back. Put it back down on mid if I took it back fast enough. And then start running B. They're going B. Right? Gotta be aware. To be aware is to look at the mini-map. It's information. Look. Not only look at the map. Look at what my teammates are seeing. That provides the answer on the solutions on what you need to do. If he's got all of A. Look at the vision cones. Okay? Get in the habit.
One on A, man. Raise and fade here.
They're going elbow.
105 fade. To our elbow.
Sure. So what's the problem with your positioning?
Maybe play off site or play more aggressive.
Spike planted.
We should play
So they're
aggressive when
playing-
there's 5 people running at us?
Or I don't know, do anything different I was doing.
Player standing.
Bro, you just gotta back up. You're out. Look where you're dead. You're out in the open. The elbow guys can kill you. The main guys can kill you. Yeah, your role as a sentinel is not to die first on site. That's the worst thing you can do as a sentinel. As soon as a sentinel dies,
Swarm grenade.
everybody, including myself, say go in. It's free. That's literally, you just died. You gave them a free site. All you had to do is sit spawn, sit default in that corner on the box, lane, right?
How many B? Nothing A so far. One A, 1A.
Down. You had your fun. My turn.
Spike down B.
One's mid race. Flanking you guys from market. In market right now.
Enemy remaining. Last player standing.
Decent round.
That with a sword coming.
Okay, that mid area sequence. What could you do better? Where you knew the guy was mid shooting market. He didn't know you're there. Okay.
Walk up on him instead of
Prob-
giving him my position.
Probably. You're just shooting at him and you don't even have a clean line of sight on him. Just walk down and knife him in the back.
Gecko, can you shoot camera?
Alarm bot out.
Yo, what's up, Wavy? What's up, Umi?
Out of charges. Placing swarm grenade.
Nothing A. We don't have mid. How many B rays?
All of them, I think.
Reyna has her A main, so I think it's gonna be a B take.
Good. Look, you already know the solution.
Post market.
Never left. Got one.
So go help them. Go help them. They're literally fighting.
120 clove. One's also backside. What's backside?
Both people. Could be behind the box.
Cutting their vision. One enemy remaining. Last player
Backside.
standing.
What a noob.
My ult.
He was behind the box. I knew it. I even called him. I'm like,
Right here.
the one on the right. Back. Yeah, I was like, he's probably backside, and he's there. Because it's pretty. It's a very standard, very. So people are there all the time, every single time. So.
Yeah.
Guys trying to win this game.
Swarm grenade. Turret out.
Also, look at the economy. Look at the economy. Hello, hello,
Placing swarm grenade.
bro. We talked about this last week. Come on, man. This is unacceptable.
Race is here on A. Yours here on A. Three on A.
Face your fear.
Nice try.
One elbow.
Last player standing.
Hey. Off this round, bro. You gotta look
Hero
at
hit
tab.
40.
At the start of the, make it a habit where you look at tab at the start of the round.
Mhm.
Okay, it's really important. I'm being really hard on you on this though because it's just, bro. Even iron people know how to buy together. Okay, that's probably an over exaggeration. Probably like even silver players know how to fucking buy when the team buys and save when they save. You gotta know. There's no excuse. The whole team has bought. They don't need to babysit you and say, Killjoy, buy. That means you're a noob if they have to do that to you. Okay? You should be the one being like, guys, we're forcing here. We're buying. We're saving. Save. They're off this many alts. Go over here off because of this information. Go here because go stack this site because they have alt KO alt. Because they have KJ alt. Because they have this alt. About to pick up this orb. Your alt. Go here. You gotta know. Press tab and look at the start of the round. Every single round. Okay, there's no excuse.
Placing swarm grenade. Don't overthink it. Turret out. My job.
Because, you know, I think if he had a gun, maybe he could have impacted that round in some way. Even if it was a stinger, he would have done way more.
1A.
Nice, good kill.
My ultimate is ready.
So pick up mid. Look at mid. No, not from
Two
main.
tiles. Oh, you mean?
Yeah, like through spawn. You're already rotating.
Fine, little man.
So they're going B. So I'd run.
Where's tiles?
3 mid, all mid. Call it.
3 mid. All mid. All mid. All mid.
Dating.
Last player standing. Spike planted.
Nice try. GG.
Attackers win.
Okay, a lot of notes in this game, and I was really hard on you during the rounds because these are small stuff, mistakes you're making. That's probably why you're not winning. It's just small stuff. It's not huge, big problems that I'm saying. It's just small stuff that is basic. Very, like, noobs know, alright? Like, you gotta know. Okay, don't queue. We're gonna talk about these notes. Okay?
Alright.
So the first note is, make sure team takes space takes space post plant to have control of site. So, you know, obviously there's some games where you don't have to, but there's a lot of games where you do. And you gotta be able to differentiate that where it's like, oh, this enemy team's really good on retake. Wait, this enemy team sucks on retake. We can just play long, all of us. It's GG. Oh, this team's
Yeah.
super good on retake. We're gonna have to fight for backside and control it
Oh
and
my
start pushing
God.
spawn.
Hold
Stuff like that.
on.
Yep. Oh God, everybody.
I apologize. I got
No,
interrupted.
no, you're good. You're good. No worries. It happens. Hold on. Give me 1 second here. Okay, so yeah, so that's that. So again, make sure that you can identify that. Oh, this team's really good at retake. If they are, then that adds the next layer where you're gonna have to start fighting and controlling spawn, third section. Okay, and I need you to do that because nobody on your fucking team's gonna do this at this level. They don't. They're too retarded. Okay, that's what I do when I realize that they're really good on the retake and we're in a mid round, literally in the middle of a round, and we're planning the bomb. I tell them, guys, take space, go, start running it down spawn, fight for it. Let's fight for it. 3 people, let's go. Okay, that's the type of player I am. That's the type of player you need to be. The next thing,
Okay.
use his utility effectively when on slash coming onto the site. He sat in a corner default and did nothing. Okay, you not only did nothing with your aim, you did nothing with your utility. You may have done something with your mind by communicating, trying to make a mid-round call in that, or tell him to take a set, whatever. That's fine, but you're not doing anything. The action is too slow. Coming out on site, you got to know your role. Your role to run out an entry with the team.
No.
No, not necessarily. Yeah, obviously that's a bonus if you can do that. If you're good enough to being able to hold the flank and do that at the same time with your utility. But if you cannot
Yeah.
even put the utility up, there's no point in you being there with the team. Just sit on the flank. Either put the alarm bot there or your turret where it cannot be smoked off. Especially if they aren't smoking it off and getting past it, then we don't need to. But once you've seen that they can do that, then you have to. Okay? But yeah, you gotta be a little bit more aware of your role, because I think you are just too eager to go out on the site with them. But let them handle that. There's 2 duelists with an initiator and a smokes player. They can do that. You sit flank, and then you should be really really playing like baiting hard, like playing that post plant scenario where it becomes a 1v1, 2v2, and you're still alive in A main,
Mm-hmm.
right? Stuff like that, because it's gonna be a value later down the line. Okay, any questions on this note?
No questions. No,
Okay.
I understand.
Okay, let's move on. He needs to feed that the raise is not on the bomb every time he knows the raise is not on. So this is a very high level attention to detail. Okay, noobs will not be able to do this. I know that. Okay, you need to do this. 2v1, you wrapped from spawn to go back link to wrap the raise. And while you're wrapping, I heard, so you should have heard, I heard the raise get on the bomb, off the bomb, not on the bomb, just running around. You got a call that she's off. And I obviously we'll just assume that Reina knew, but
It
this is
didn't
for.
register in my brain because I heard her tap. That's why I like put my molly, like I activated my molly on the bomb.
Yep.
But like I guess like it's one of those things where I need to stop assuming and just say,
Assuming what?
which I've been like assuming like my teammate knows.
Yeah.
Like I need to stop doing
That's
that. Like
probably, yeah.
that's what I've been trying to work on.
Yeah, like she doesn't know. She's like literally about to peek it until she knew he was off after. But I immediately knew she's off. Once she tapped it, you mollied it. How can she be sticking the bomb? She's dead. Right?
Yeah.
Yes? No? So you gotta kind of incorporate this into your game by immediately feeding that info that she's off. It's a crucial piece of info. If your teammate does not know, okay, God forbid for whatever reason, she's dead, and then you're in a 1v1 situation, which is reduces the chances of you winning the round. So understand that. Okay, gotta feed that info that not on, not on, not on, not on. Bro, at the high level, my lobbies when I was playing with one of my students, Winter Salim is an old student from a while ago. He's a Mortal 2 peak, and I was dueling with him all these last 2 days. Bro, we're playing in a Mortal 2 lobbies. Base is a Mortal. I'm the only Ascendant player. Everybody's a Mortal 1 minimum. Okay, everybody's so sensitive to this information. Everybody's calling the same thing because everybody's so aware in these lobbies. Okay, we're in a post-match center, sweaty ass game, and it's a 1v1. The guy taps the bomb, makes one footstep. Everybody's off, 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 off. Don't peek, don't peek, don't peek. Everybody's yelling that information because it's important. That one guy doesn't need to move, to do anything, jiggle, nothing. All he has to do is stay still and wait for him to get back on the bomb. Then he can peek for info to make sure the second time he taps, she's not sticking or whatever. Okay, so you need to be that aware as well. Okay, it's really important. All right, especially in these levels because they're fucking retarded. They're just gonna ego swing everything. If you tell them not on, no need to peek, they won't peek. Okay, because they were listening
Yeah.
to you whether they weren't talking to you or not. Okay, any questions on this note?
No, no, no.
Okay, good. So let's learn from this moment in time and incorporate it because you're lacking in awareness. Your game sense has gotten a lot better, it has, but the awareness is bad. Your situational awareness, positional awareness is terrible. Okay, you got to work on these two things. They go just as hand in hand with as in aim and game sense. They're a part of these things. Okay, so understand that a little bit. Okay, let's move on. The next thing is be a little bit more aware of the minimap. I know you're not looking at the minimap.
Oh yeah, trust me.
Yeah, that's a fucking
I
problem.
probably look at it like
That's a fucking problem. We've talked about this so much.
maybe
Look
like once
at
around.
yeah, that's once around too little. You should be looking at the fucking minimap 30 times around. I'm being serious. I'm not
Oh
joking
no,
or exaggerating.
oh
You should be
yeah,
looking at the
yeah,
minimap
trust me.
40 times around. Every fucking 2 seconds you should be looking at the minimap. Especially when you're sitting around doing nothing, waiting
Trust
for
me,
the
yeah.
enemies to do something. Okay? It's really crucial. Need you, and I'm being really hard on this note because you need to start integrating these skills. It's not the first time I brought this up. I've told you this many times. Look at the fucking minimap. I don't care if you look at the minimap and die. I honestly don't care. Okay, if that's what we have to do for you to develop the skill, look at the minimap. Once you did it once right at the end there, you knew what to do. Wait, Reyna's looking at A main, has nothing. I can just run B.
Yeah,
That's
that
the
was the
that's the
one round.
power in doing it. So get
Mhm.
it in your game. It's really important, and that's why I'm being really hard on you, Evan. You already know why. It's because I know you're better than this. You want to be a high level player, right?
Yes, I
That's a
strive
question.
to be.
That's a question. Yes, you
I
strive to
strive to
be.
be.
And we'll kind of stray off a little bit. What is your goal? Tell me. What is it you want from Valorant? Where do you want to end in the rank in terms of skill?
In terms of skill,
Yeah.
at a mortal,
Right.
but
Okay. But
I
what?
set small goals along the
We don't care
way
about
to
the
make
small
it.
goals. I'm not caring about the small goals right now. We're not talking about the small goals right now. We're talking about the big goal. What is your big goal? Immortal. No? Immortal 3 one day,
It is.
hopefully. No? Right?
Yes.
Obviously, there's small goals along the line. We've already hit and maintained a lot of the small goals. You started in silver, my friend. Okay? You went to gold, then to plat. Now you're in diamond. Now it's time to level up 20 times more. There needs to be a metamorphosis here. Okay, that's why I'm being really hard on you. It's not because I think you're a bad player or I just want to bash on you for fun. It's not. It's because my expectation of you is even higher now. If it was already high with that joke I used to make, Evan's an ascendant player. Evan is an ascendant player. It's
Yeah.
even higher now. Understand that. And that's why I'm being hard on you. And you are improving. I'm seeing it. You are getting more aware. Not to my standard yet, though. It's inconsistent. Understand that. Okay, so look at the minimap more because it's gonna feed you the answers. It's gonna give you what you need to do. And I'll break it down. How does that give the answers? Because you're seeing what your teammate is picked up or is controlling, right? If somebody
Because
walks
I'm seeing
down
it
mid,
from their POV through the minimap.
sure, but if you just not, it may not even be the POV. That's a next layer. That's an even more advanced thing. But if your teammate's sitting mid, not dead, AFK, bottom mid, holding it down, does he? Do you need to be there with him?
No.
Probably not, right? And you know that. So to gain the answer, and obviously we're not being specific. If your teammate was mid, sitting mid, and then there's noise on B, do you have to be with him mid? No, you start running B,
No, you go
right?
B.
So
Yeah.
looking at the minimap and understanding what my teammate is looking, controlling, not dead alive, gives you the answer on where you need to position yourself. Okay, that's a lot. That's how a lot of the times I take space as well. That's a third layer. Usually, I give two basic ways of taking space. I don't teach the advanced ways that I do because nobody will be able to do it the way I do it. The two basic tips I do is listen, and then walk down. The other one is if you think they're going B, you start on A and walk down. If you think they're going A, you start on B and you walk down. Okay, another layer of taking space is to look. If my teammates have space somewhere or taking contact somewhere, I can take the space here. I can do this. I can go over here. I can get ahead over here. I could just run it down with my knife with all the information on the map and what my teammates are seeing. Okay, it's very advanced, but I want you to kind of develop and process this thing by yourself and try your best to incorporate it in your game. Okay, any questions on this note?
As of right now, no, but I
Okay.
do have like a slight. So like,
Yeah, talk about it. Talk
if
about it.
looking through looking through my teammate's POV,
Mhm.
how is that like another layer? I thought that was just adding on, or I thought that was just a part of the mini map. Because like if
Well,
you're already looking at like the mini map,
some
you already
people only
see.
look at where they are. They don't look at what they're looking at. Right? That's the difference.
Oh,
It's
okay.
another layer.
I see what you mean.
Like you yourself, you were not looking at their POV. You're a prime example of that. You're just looking at your teammates' icons. You're not looking at what they're looking at, controlling. It's a different layer. It's a different way of looking at the minimap. Because what they're looking at and what they're controlling by looking at there and not dying, that's control in some shape or form, right? Then
Mhm.
you'll know what to do. But you can't necessarily do that by just looking at their positioning.
Yep.
Because we don't know. We don't know if he sees nothing there or there's 5 people around the corner, do we? We don't. Until we see his POV of him
Nope.
fully clearing every corner. That's a little bit, not a big difference, not a big discrepancy, but that makes a big difference a lot of times with being a high level information gatherer and processor.
Mhm.
Okay, so does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Anything else you want to talk about on this note? Look at your
No,
minimap.
that was the only
Okay.
thing.
So not only just look at your mini map and see where they are, look at what they're looking at. Pretend like you are in their POV. I'll give you an example. While you're on A with the whole setup on A, if you just put yourself in Reina's shoes, you would understand there's nothing there, right? Because what if
Mhm.
let's put it in your perspective. You walk down there like Reina did. Is there anything there?
No.
No. So it's the same thing. He is an extension of your eyes, of your body and eyes and whatever you may want to say. That's how you have to look at it. If players are dead, your eyes are out. No?
Yes.
There's 5 set of eyes. Utilize it. It's not just your set of eyes. There's 5 sets of eyes. Think about that for a second. Think about that. Like actually. There's 5 people's point of view you can use for your not only yourself, but the team. It's a very high level thought. A very high level food for thought here that I want you to start thinking and soaking in. These are the attention to details we can start talking about because I know you can somewhat try to apply. When you're in silver, probably not, but now we can because this is where we get our edge.
The game has changed
The game is harder. The
significantly.
game is significantly harder. You even know that yourself. You feel it. I know it. I've been through it myself, and I see my students go through it. That's how I know. Okay, I've been through it multiple times, as in regrinding to immortal, the resets, or me, episode 1 to 2, I was diamond, getting hard stuck until episode 3 when I hit immortal. Like, I know, I've been through it myself. I'm experienced through it. So these are the stuff we need to start working on to develop this edge, even if it's a 5%, 2% edge, to separate yourself from the other players. Okay? So think
Mhm.
about that a little bit more. Okay, let's move on. Be positionally more aware, especially, I gotta reiterate and emphasize, especially if you're a controller or a sentinel. If you're an initiator or duelist, I don't give a fuck. Go run it down with your knife or die out in the open, whatever. Okay, obviously that's still not to Mike's standard.
Yeah.
But they have an excuse to some degree. They're gonna be out droning out in the open, something this, that. They're duelists are fighting multiple angles a lot of the time. Okay, you gotta be fucking super positionally aware because you staying up is two people. That's what you have to understand. A sentinel being
Mhm.
alive is literally two people.
Because my utility is
Because
like
your
an extension of my body.
utility, well, that's pretty much the main reason. It's because your utility. Your utility becomes a person in a way to stall, stop, hold down, anchor, right?
Get information.
Control, information. It becomes a sixth man on the team. Okay, so understand that you gotta be more aware with being a sentinel player. If you're a duelist, I don't give a fuck. Well, I still care. I wouldn't want you being out in the open dying.
Yeah.
But I would be more lenient. I'll be like, okay, whatever. You're trying to fight here and there, whatever. Try to make a play. Okay, you don't need to make a fucking play. They're coming, 4 people, 5 people running down on you. All you have to do is sit, spawn, and activate your mollies when they're coming out and do some damage and add some value there. Okay, do you understand this note? Any questions on this thing?
I,
Anything you want to talk about?
I do understand this note.
Okay, so let's move on. The next note, there's 2 more notes. The second last one is be more situationally aware. Not only do I want you to be more positionally aware, situationally. 2v3, 2v5, 2v4, 5v2, 4v3,
And
1v5, 1v4, 5v1. Does not matter the player count. Does not matter if it's pre-round, pre-post plant, post plant, no bomb, bomb down scenario, 1v1. I don't give a fuck. You gotta be situationally aware. You gotta be
just
so.
with reference to the
Yeah.
oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say you gotta be so fucking good in this game, so experienced that no matter what the situation is, you have some answers in your playbook on a play to make, to do, to think, a pathing to take. Now we can start talking about these things a little bit more in depth instead of just saying be situation aware. There's a lot of things involved, but you gotta, and obviously I developed this initially through just playing. I literally played 400 300 games an act to get this skill. Okay, but there's another way to develop it, is to think about it, to break things down, to take a step back in the moment in time, to have a presence of mind, to step back and be like, this is the situation, this is my protocol. It's 2v5. I need to walk down mid here and kill 3 people. I gotta take some risk. It's 5v2. All I have to do is sit in a corner and make these 2 guys walk out into duct, and we kill them. And then add pressure to them by sitting in corners, making them look for us.
Mm-hmm.
2v2. Oh, whatever the situation. You gotta be that good. Okay? And I've given you these tips before. It's really to look at the room. To look at the room and read the room is to see the player count, the clock, the bomb positioning, and overall understanding this identification protocol in terms of some steps, not the whole thing to be situation aware. But you use the identification protocol, right, Evan? That's a question, right?
Yes.
And when we use that, we store information. That's the information is needed to be situationally aware, to know where they're coming from late or immediately, where they'd like to have played or where they will be. That is
Mhm.
also a part of it. It's very complicated. It's kind of advanced. It's a lot to think about. Okay, but you gotta develop the skill. And I know you can. I know you can. That's why I'm being hard on you with it, because I know you can. I know you can add this to your game. It's just about taking a step back and reading the room. And one thing I haven't talked too much about is the clock to my students and all my coaching. The clock gives us also answers. How do I know that? Okay, most maps, a rotational speed for attacking team is about 20 to 30 seconds. Sometimes it's a little bit less depending on where they are. But usually from point A to point B is about 20 to 30 seconds. Depends on the map. Even 15 seconds. It really depends
Mhm.
on the map. Okay. So if the clock is at 20 seconds and they're on B, and I knew they were B 1 second ago, where are they gonna go?
B.
Right, you should not have struggled to answer that question, bro.
No, you
should.
lagged.
Okay,
So
okay,
you
okay.
lagged.
Sure, sure.
Yeah, that's why I
Okay,
was like
okay,
kind of
sure.
like,
Whatever. But you shouldn't have been immediately like B. They gotta go B. And so you gotta identify that, because a lot of times that's what I do. I use the clock to give me my answer. And like I said, a lot of answers I get from everything. Minimap, clock, look at my POV, identification protocol. But that's
it's
how
not
the game.
just one specific
Right.
thing.
It's not
It's
just the identification
multiple.
pro. It's multiple things. Good. You can
Yeah.
understand that. But you see how interesting that thought is, right? It's not just one
Hmm.
thing. It's just not one protocol that gives me answers for everything. It's everything you gotta keep track of. The mini map, player count, situation, time, positioning, intention, enemy intention. If they're up A main, close B main, like literally in the doorway about to come out, they're coming out. If they're far deep B main, they're not coming out. If they're bottom mid, they're just working it. If they're in mid, coming up top mid, they're coming down mid. So
Yep.
intention matters. Body language on the enemy team positioning matters. That's where I got my answers, and that's what helped me be so fucking situationally, positionally aware. Where my students, even my boys, Umi, these guys are like, "Yo, how the fuck do you? What the fuck? Crazy!" They're like, "What? How did you know? Wait, crazy clutch." It's because I add all these together,
Yeah.
okay? And that's what I want you to kind of understand and put into your own game. Because if you cannot be situational aware, you're gonna fall into the 90 percentile, where they're just noobs. You just don't know what you're doing. You're just AFK, just playing like a bot. Okay, so and I know you don't want that. Okay, so start, and
Yep.
I know where you want to go. That's why I'm super hard on you. Okay, if I knew where you wanted to go and I just fucking just fucked off and just didn't care about how you play, what kind of coach would I be? Right? So understand that. Why I'm giving you this tough love is because you need this. You need to level up now. Right? Last note. Let's move on from any questions on that last one.
No.
Okay,
No.
let's
No.
move
No.
on. Last one. When team, this one is like almost tilted me, honestly. Okay, when
Okay.
team buys, he needs to buy. He's not looking
Okay.
at tab. Even though it was one time, it's one time too bad. It's just it should
It
not
throws
happen
the
at
whole
all.
momentum of the whole
It's not
team
even the
off with
momentum.
the
It's just like
eco.
it's a noob. Like you're a noob if you're doing this, bro. Okay, because this is what literally iron players don't think about. Okay, if you're diamond, you should be on top of this, managing it, and even also laying out other options, advanced options.
Hmm.
Like guys, we need to force on round 2, even though you lost pistol because we got the bomb
Yeah.
down. Being situationally aware like that. Wait, we have enough money. We got kills and money. Let's force and give us a good chance to eco them and snowball and use momentum. Okay, so, but let me read this. So when team buys, he needs to buy. He's not looking at tab. Fundamentals of economy are fucked. Okay, not only does looking at tab show you the money count, it also shows you alt orb counts. It tells you what their play is likely gonna be off alts. Okay, think about this for a little bit. This is something I know you've never done really. Gotta think about these things. This is what it takes to be a high level player. If you cannot do all of this stuff, you're hopeless. Okay, I'm not saying you are. I'm just saying that person would be hopeless.
Yeah.
But bro, start of the round. Just look at the fucking tab. Okay, that's where it gets a lot of my information too on what is possible, what is likely, what they're gonna do. Not only by looking at if they're saving guys, they're buying guys, their money's chalked guys, or you have a medium buy. They're all gonna have rifles and light armor. Somebody get an outlaw. Okay, it'll also help with the ults as well. Okay, knowing where they're gonna start to go grab an orb. Okay, guys, they're one off your ult. Let's fight for this orb on Amy, on Lotus, or Pearl, or
Yeah.
here, there. Okay, they're gonna KO ult up here. Stack it, because we just know they've done it before. Of identification protocol, and we store that information. Okay, it's really important because this is fundamentals. That's what you have to understand. I wouldn't be upset on this one note or like almost tilted if it wasn't a fundamental, like just more of like a variable play, like
Yeah.
or like a setup play. But it's a fucking basics. It's a basics. We buy, they buy, I buy. They save, I save. Okay, this is the fundamentals of playing Valorant. So if you cannot, and I'm not saying you can't. I know you can, but you showed me that you can by saving when the whole team's buying, right?
Yeah.
So that's is very 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 silly, but that's that. So that's that. Any notes? Any questions on this note?
No, no,
Okay.
no. I don't need
I
any.
think pros. I think
Completely
overall, I
no.
think comms are very specific and detailed. Very good. Aim was a little bit whiffy, but still it was decent. You're trading up quite well. I think overall center that game in terms of killjoy was not so bad. I think one thing I should have wrote this down actually in your cons, but I think overall the setup isn't bad. Like where you're placing your stuff is actually quite good now. Um, but actually on top of that note, one thing I want to touch about is on attack, it's terrible because you get lost on knowing where to put it for flank, or like it's delayed, you don't put it down, you forget, whatever. Defense is very good, but one thing I want to say is that I'll write this down so you can look back on this, but be unpredictable. Sorry, what's it? So I wrote be unpredictable on positioning slash setup that is on the map or on site. Okay?
Yeah.
Because how many times did you start A?
I don't think I ever went B. I'm
I
gonna
don't
be
think you
honest.
ever started B, and B is also your site. Killjoy is an agent on this site, which is rare. That she's good on every site. Some sentinels on this map are only good on some sites. Okay, so like Chamber, he's not very good on B. He's gonna get run down on. He's very good on A. Okay, stuff like that. But so that's that. Let's go ahead and queue. All right, I want you to focus on these things. So I'm also
Give me 1 second.
yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Let me go get some water real
Yeah,
quick.
go ahead. Go ahead. I'll be right here. Chat. Any questions? Yo, Soup. How you been? Good. 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 My sleep schedule's fucked, but so that's that. I might try to sleep early tonight so I can. I got some sports, some intramurals. Intramurals. I forgot how to pronounce it. Intramurals, whatever it's called tomorrow. Got some sports stuff to do. Run around, get active a little bit. Probably throw up, but mine's actually the best it's been in months. Nice, good job, bro. Good, good.
All right, I'm back.
All right, good, good. Right, so yeah, so I was about to tell you, I was just saying, how I was kind of helping you here and there because the game was so bad that I had to almost, but I'm going to not stop, but just limit the information I'm feeding you because I already know you, bro. I know the type of person you are, bro. You just rely on me a little bit way too hard when I feed info. Like you're not even thinking, and that's a problem. I'm gonna be honest, I mean, that's
Yeah,
really
yeah,
that's
yeah.
it's like laugh all you want. That's a big problem because you'll never
I know.
learn.
I just thought of the word leech, so that's
I never
it
even
was
said
just like a
leech.
different.
I just said that you rely. You rely. That's what I said. You rely on
Mhm.
me too hard on info. So I'm gonna refrain from feeding you info, and I will just help you after rounds talk about what is wrong
Pick
or
my
bad.
brand. Yeah.
That's it. And I'm gonna leave everything else up to you because yeah, you gotta develop this stuff by yourself. I could help. I could sit here and cheat sheet for you all game, but it's just You're not in that elo anymore. When you're in silver, yeah, I have to do that for you to show you how these things can help you win
How they
Right.
work,
and
yeah.
how they work. But now it's all you gotta develop this by yourself now because you know how they work and you can use them and how to think like a high level player and be a high level player.
Mm.
It's time to evolve to
Mm-hmm.
metamorphosis. Okay, you gotta turn to a butterfly from a caterpillar. Okay.
Okay.
Yo,
That's a
Luki,
fire.
what's
That's
up?
fire though.
We are next, right? And trust me, you will feel it once you finish this metamorphosis. You're
I've
gonna
already kind of like
nothing
felt
close.
like
Nothing close. You're not. It's not the metamorphosis I'm talking about. I'm talking about a pivot in mind and gameplay and mechanics and fundamentals where you just automatically become this new person, this beast of an animal. Okay, you're not even close. You're not even at 50% yet on that metamorphosis. I'm being real. You are on the way. You are there. Okay, but gotta put in that extra work. Okay.
I'm growing.
Yeah, you
Just
are.
not at the rate you need me to
You're
be.
you're fattening up as a caterpillar. You're eating the leaves right now. Currently, the cocoon, not in the cocoon yet. You're almost there. The cocoon is 50%, right? And then it develops.
Yeah.
But you're
Killjoy.
in the 40% first percent in my mind. 30 to 40%. You're eating up. You're fattening up. But let's fatten up more for that cocoon to become a beautiful butterfly. Okay. And what does that mean to fatten up? We gotta aim you gotta need to start your upping your aim training now. Can't do the same shit we've been doing now. It's gotta go more and more. You gotta do more DMs, more intensity, more sessions on training your aim, more focusing on your aim. You gotta start really putting the foot to the pedal on this mechanics and then also the game sense as well, which is coming along, but still. You still playing a lot of games a day?
No, I'm not. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie.
So that's, try your best. So good.
Spike down A.
Let's rotate to see if we can.
How are you, Luki? I'm good.
Recalling my bot.
One enemy remaining.
Let's play together, Clove.
Placing sentry.
Waterfall.
Nice. Okay, good round. Like that. Look at your comps, right? I'm not saying you don't, but I'm just saying there's gonna be a big difference when you communicate like that versus if you didn't. If you didn't communicate like that, very likely the general population of noobs would have just ran down and took a 1v1, right?
Yeah.
That your Clove, not you. Your Clove, like the teammate would have just fucking just thrown. But you by saying, "Hey, let's play together, bro," that adds a little bit of discipline to him. He's like, "Yeah, he wants to play with me." Okay, no pun intended. He wants to just kind of just, you know, try hard. Then I'll do it too, right? So that's what will happen by communicating like that. Yo, what's up, Dalton? How are you? What's up, gang gang? I'm fucking tired as fuck.
Spike down A.
Take spite and rotate. There's C players rotating.
Okay, take C, take C. Tell them, let's go C, and then you wrap here.
Let's go see you. Let's go. Let's go.
No, go A, go A, go A, go A, go A spawn. They're gonna come in rotation. They're going link, they're going link, they're going link.
A lot of waterfall. A lot of waterfall.
Just come behind them. Just wait. Good. Tell them.
All
I have
waterfall.
I have
all,
three. Tell
all.
them. Trigger discipline, trigger discipline.
One enemy remaining.
He's out.
Oh.
Oh fuck.
I'm backing up.
Nice.
Hi.
Yep. Good round. Okay, we were in big trouble that round. It was 3v5, but we made up for it. I think probably need to be slightly more aware that they're not coming spawn there.
Mhm.
Because we can hear
Well, like,
them.
here's
right?
the thing. It's hard to tell if it's 4 or 3 sets of footsteps for me.
Yep.
Like, I don't know. Like, that's one of the problems I have with sounds. Like, I can't tell if it's 4 sets or 3 sets of footsteps sometimes, and
Yeah.
like it's sometimes frustrating.
Yep. Me too. It's very hard. But
Jet is there.
you just had to know nobody was coming spawn there. Because there was nobody coming. They would have already saw you. You would have saw them. They're coming through spawn. So what the fuck's wrong with my audio? Lol, he wants to play with me. Yep.
Fade was B.
Alarm out. Placing swarm grenade. Placing swarm grenade. Swarm grenade out. Terminated.
Thank you. One's high top, mid top.
Heaven. You can just call that heaven.
One enemy remaining.
Oops. Last one raised, mid top.
Good. Okay. That was really well played. That round. Okay. You even took the orb. We talked about this last session. You took it. Good.
Yeah.
Okay. That it's important that those orbs will add up, and by them adding up will give you an ult, and by having an ult you can have value by getting on site and playing post plant with it, or you know, a retake or whatever the situation is. Your ult is very strong, you know that. So that round was good too. You also put the boom bot on the flank from the A main breakable side. You threw a molly, one on the bomb, one to control ceiling because you knew there was some there. And look what happened. You got a kill with it. The guy fucking stood in your molly like a retard. Right.
2 A man. One of them also broke breakable.
Yo, what's up, Drummy? I love rage rating. No rage rating, everybody.
You guys could probably do a fake hit and then re-hit after.
Site.
If you give me time, I'll just put a molly waterfall right now so you don't have to peek it.
Bot coming back.
Raise this wall, raise this wall.
I'm pretty sure they're both there, right?
One enemy remaining.
Last waterfall.
Like here's where you can grief. You can just fucking run it down and try to chase this guy. It's 4v1, like, you know, like. Because he's probably saving a gun. So. Never mind, he had a share. Okay, good round.
I hate waiting. Let's do this.
Time out.
They fought A again,
Low
by
key,
the way.
bro,
It
my
was
friend
Clove
and
Raze
sister
that threw their
finished
nade
high
in decay.
school, so I gotta go
And
to
then,
their prom. Should be
yeah, Fade
grinding
plays
ranked
B.
instead, lol.
Done.
Yep, I agree. You should be playing right now a lot, bro.
Reloading. Who needs a buy? Keep it cool. That's how you survive. Can I get this?
Concussing.
Targets destroyed.
1B man.
Good.
Headshot.
So tell them we can come see you guys. You should re-clear mid.
We could go see.
Oh,
we
wait,
could go
they're
see.
going. They're going A. They're going A. Never mind. It's too late. It's too late. So likely they're both gonna be there.
One enemy remaining.
You should probably speed this up a bit. Take your knife out and walk. Or, yeah. Not run, but
Actually,
Don't
then
push,
it's fine.
don't push.
I think
Okay.
she's mid top actually.
yeah, she's heaven. That's just called heaven. Oh, she's tree. Run tree. Run site. Run site. Run site. She's tree.
Trevor.
She could even go. Good job. Yo, should I start
Remember, your
streaming with a
weapon
rep
is only a
with a
tool.
webcam? Yeah, probably. Like, who gives a shit about how I look? Nobody cares. Bro, look at me. I look like a fat sack of shit. Nobody cares. I don't even care. So, there's so many streams I look so
You
ugly.
guys want?
like,
You guys can go A again.
Doesn't
and
even
you
matter.
guys can
Doesn't
just let
even
me
matter.
Take, space.
Nobody cares from me. And you'll get your stream will do well, I think.
Thank you.
You're the Mortal 3 player, so.
I'm gonna save. I'm gonna save.
Jay, if you want, you can walk down B man with my turret. Fade B.
Hard down.
Chamber moved his util off B. Never mind.
You can't even take this orb. You can put your alarm bot here.
My ultimate is ready.
Spike down B.
2B.
Back like I never left.
Let's take B jet and let's go C. Let's go C. Let's go C.
Blocking sight.
Alright. 80 jet, 40.
I got
So start wrapping. Go to that spawn like I showed you. Cause
I'm gonna go to the
Jet's
spawn.
gonna plant. So put an alarm bot here too.
Placing
It
alarm
should have been
bot.
in water, so that way he knows if people are running at him. But don't go too far. Don't go too far.
One enemy
Hey, come back.
remaining.
Come back. There's gonna be one towards water. So I would run spawn here, and then
I
immediately.
think it's gonna be water jet.
Immediately look water. Put your placer bot
Alright, I'm playing post.
Placing sentry.
and play safe. Could even be out already. Oh, you heard him. I think he's coming to heaven. Just go bend. Go bend. Go bend. Pretty sure you heard him spawn. Pretty sure you timed your bot.
Yeah.
He did.
I think he had the op.
Saving.
Last player
Nice.
standing.
Wow.
Your spawn. So there, the bot was bad. Either you put it in the middle of spawn or in the middle of C link.
I wish you'd take my extra reactor.
So put it like right here.
If your arms overheat
Yep,
out there,
right there,
blame me.
or on, like that same in the middle of spawn. So above, in the middle of spawn. Because you only put it in an area where you can only see if they're going into ceiling or spawn through the
Yeah.
link. You know what I'm trying to say? Instead of seeing if they're able to run into C. That's the more important information. Because we're on C, right? So we need to know if people are, it needs to gain info for us
Want to play?
to see if
Let's
people are coming
play.
from water or spawn.
I got
We shouldn't push A man if our duelists are going B.
Just fuck my eyes.
face your
Do you
fear.
use game capture when you play or display capture? I use.
Chamber has op C. You guys should probably go
I think I use
A.
display
Just
capture.
wait for jet to flank.
Which is bad. I should be using game capture, but let's see.
Wow. That is insane to me.
Yeah, I use display capture. I should probably change that to game capture. It'll probably improve my FPS actually if I put it in game capture. Because display is getting your whole screen, even the background. I'm pretty sure. That's how it works probably.
You can grab or put ult.
Watch out for breakable.
My ult's ready.
Last player standing.
He dropped.
30 seconds left.
Holy shit. Yeah, I know. I can't use game capture because it was bugging. That's why I was using display capture.
I think
But
we should go
I know.
B. I have ult. I can just ult right here in this corner.
I
I'll
think maybe
take
it's a
all of B
problem
main.
with OBS, but it yeah, it tends not to pick up. My
Everyone
game
should go with
sometimes
us.
when I
I'll
use
just
game
set
capture.
flank up.
I'm gonna be really honest. C is super weak, so maybe not this round, but
Keep up.
You said what? C? Because
Yeah.
it's a chamber?
well, just in general, they're not really doing anything on C. They're stacking A. Heck.
One breakable.
Reloading.
Guys, let's go and duelist. Come on. bro.
So we have C. Tell them. Let's go see, guys.
We have C. We have
So
C. Let's
open
go. Let's go see. Let's go see.
This is perfect. This is perfect. Wait,
Oh,
what?
we do not have C.
Player standing.
Spike
Okay.
down.
Wait,
C.
what? Okay, that's the most brain dead shit I've ever seen in my life.
That hurts my head.
2 people on
So
C.
we ult B and then they go C. What?
Yeah, makes no sense to me. But you know, whatever. Hey. To each their
Let's
own.
play A. I'm gonna lurk up B and have flank watch C.
I guess the
You
ult
guys
kind of
have
pushed
to
them
back
link,
off.
and then they just once you open the door, they just.
Yeah.
But I think there was also a hesitation, like it took a while, right?
Mhm.
You can do a hashtag student to see he's
One's
diamond.
breakable. Oh,
Player standing.
80 jet.
Get. Nice try.
How many stacks? A, Clove, Raise, Chamber.
Yep.
Fade was Jet was B. Fade was C.
I think we just played default, honestly. We played default and we just won.
Well, okay, but like last round, Fade was C, Jet was B, and then they had Chamber, Clove, Raise, A. So if we just go B or C, then we're good.
Yeah, did I
Because
not
they're
say
always gonna have
exclamation
3
mark?
stacked on A.
So what, B?
I have
it-
my ult. We
you
can, we
guys-
can take C.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that.
Clearing out.
Yikes.
Spike down. Attacker spawn.
Let's try.
They just know where we're
So,
going. bro.
what was the call? What was the call?
Go C. Breach was gonna ult C. Their Jet gets a pick on C main,
Okay.
and
Yeah, we
at-
can try C again.
at
Just
that
gotta get
point-
close up. I'll
Okay,
smoke.
at that point, I think we
C
rotate.
main.
I think we rotate and then fake and then go back C. But they just, I don't know.
I mean,
they rotated
I'll,
way
I'll
too
ask
quickly.
a simple question, and you should get the answer. What is their rotational speed?
Sorry if mine.
Fast,
Yeah.
very
Mine
fast.
So,
correctly, but-
what should we do?
Actually, Breach, go with me. After you stun, after you stun C, go A.
He already walked out B.
One
So,
C, one C main, one C main.
But we were ulting C though.
okay, so they should just go back. So obviously that play was just called too late, right? Oh fuck. Am I lagging or you're lagging?
I'm not lagging, but I'm having like some spikes. Like
Yeah,
I'm having some what do you call it?
It's internet.
What do you call it?
Maybe some frame drops. Or some
Yes, I'm
packet-
having
It's either frame drops or
I'm-
packet loss. That's what I'm saying.
Player standing.
because my screen like every like couple minutes is like tearing.
Yeah.
And like when I'm in like when I was
Put
fighting that
it,
Jet
put
on
it,
B
put
main,
it at 30
like
FPS.
4.
It's too high. The quality's too high. Just put it at 720. 30 FPS is good enough. It's just the quality's too high, so it's probably lagging your internet and your frames. Cause it's lagging on my screen. Like you guys are fighting, right? But the noise is coming
Last
first.
round,
It's like
before the
delayed
switch.
before you guys are fighting. It's kinda crazy. Now it's fine. Now it's fine. Now it's good. Game to watch. I have a session Monday. Yep. Tell him to put a turret B on the box for a flank. Yep. When he's faking. Yeah.
Let's all
Easy,
commit a
easy
site
on-
together. Clove, can I get you to smoke stairs?
So
and
remember,
then-
Evan, always put your trip on the opposite side of where they're going up. Good. You can put it there, it's fine too.
You want to play? Let's play.
Placing swamp grenade.
And then you can put your alarm bot stairs, and then it helps
Most of it
stairs
is
like
there.
deep, like when they're coming out. Yeah, right there, perfect. So then it shows, like kind of.
Grenade out.
tells you guys to come inside. Tell them alarm bot on stairs, guys. Nothing. Breakable door not open.
On bar on stairs. You don't have to watch. You don't have to watch stairs.
Be like, I got it. And as soon as that alarm bar, you guys start
Stairs,
peeking.
stairs.
Yep. So just hold it. Hold it.
Two stairs. Two stairs.
So I'm gonna be honest. You don't need a peek there.
Oh no.
All you have to do is hold them coming out, or once that alarm bot first triggers, that's when you swing.
Switching sides.
That's your time to swing.
Yeah. Well, if I got C, you don't have to worry about it. Honestly, Club should play Breakable, Runa just hold B man, and then Bruce and Joe should just fight for A.
Alarm bot out. Placing swarm grenade.
Okay, it's a decent half, but
Nah, it's not a decent half. We just gave them 6 rounds in a row.
it's fine. It's fine. Just lock in.
I don't understand.
Here.
One C at least. 2C, 3C. Chamber was A. I hear a footstep C.
Coming.
I need help.
Yep.
Nice try.
90 raise, 18 jet. Bro.
Last player standing.
Brother, man.
Spike planted.
So what can we take away? What did they do? What was their
Well-
play? What was their plan? In
Chamber makes noise A, trying to make us rotate, I guess. And
Yep.
then I had my bot watching C, and then two of them shot down, like 2 of them at first shot C. So basically what they're doing is they have Chamber making noise A, so they can go C.
Okay,
or
you don't
B.
have to overcomplicate. All you have to say is, okay, they kind of faked A and went C. Like they kind of just started A and then they just ended up going C, and they were holding in spawn. That's kind of how you can say it.
Placing alarm bot.
Yeah.
Placing swarm grenade.
We have no one watching C right now.
They have 2 good entry duelists. He has to be careful for updraft or Sash on top
Well,
of.
can you
Yep,
go C-
yep. I
or can you
agree.
go
This
B?
half gonna be hard for
Please.
solo C. Yep, you should probably put her on B. No, nah. I think it's better if. I mean, he could,
Yeah, they
but
dog beat.
they're playing 2 B, so they're leaving him solo. I think he can save it. Yo,
Nice
you have a
spike,
turret.
nice
You have a turret. You have a turret.
C.
Bot assist.
Okay, just be careful. He's coming main.
Last player standing.
62 Chamber.
Oh, here.
What could you have done better there in that situation with
Not swung
chamber?
the
With chamber,
and swung the.
where could you have
I
gone
should've-
positionally?
I should have
Where'd it go?
tucked. I should have tucked the box and
Yeah.
fought Reyes with my teammate.
Literally, that's what I'm thinking too. You should just went to the box or tuck to the right, to the wall. But you're a little bit in the middle. You also can set up your turret on B if they don't play on B. You shouldn't probably save it, but if they're stacking 2 on B, yeah, like here I would put the alarm bot on B.
For you, hermanito.
No, no, not the alarm bot, the turret.
Placing
Sorry,
swarm grenade.
it's fine, it's fine,
Placing
it's
swarm
fine.
grenade. Placing alarm bot.
How many?
A.
Probably
like
a lot.
3.
Reyna. Never mind.
Sounds like A.
I'm not out yet.
I mean, you can go either way.
It's
It
chamber A.
doesn't really matter
Never
where you
mind.
put your turret on this map. You can put it
All
on C,
five,
you
all
can put it on
five.
B, close on B. Obviously, putting on B
Coming back.
lets you retake B and nobody play
Spike
B.
planted.
You play soft on B, but doesn't really matter honestly. On this map, he could even put it on A and sit B if he wasn't.
Player standing.
190.
As long as he's putting it down, that's the key. Okay, nice try. So let's think about map knowledge a little bit. What are they doing? Where are they going a lot? Or where have they gone?
A. They're
A.
going A a lot.
Yeah, they went A more than they went C. And what do we usually do on A as a defending team?
Attack it.
Yes, so you tell them, guys, fight for it, fight for it. You should probably stay C though. Not you. You should stay. Tell them.
Let's fight for next round, next attacking or next defending round. We should attack A because we've been very passive and they've just been walking up on us and killing us. We're gonna go C. Yeah.
Placing swarm grenade. Swarm grenade out.
Really kills me.
Out C. Chamber out C.
So what could be better here positionally? I'll help you
Not
positionally.
shamelessly swing him.
Yeah, and you're just not ready. You're just you know what happened? You were spot, then you went backside, and you're just running around, then you went water and he's out. Like, position yourself where you can know if he's out. Or if you have to move or go, fight, like, you know? It's a little bit too reactionary.
Clove, Jet, and Bridge should all fight A. Reyna, you should go B and I'll stay C.
So put your turret on B. Put your turret on B quickly, on the box on B, because nobody's gonna play B. So it's a retake turret right here, looking main. Yep, good. And then you solo C. Just put your setup for like a come out mollies, like water, bend mollies instead of the main mollies, because they probably will just satchel out. They have 2 dive duelists, right? So you have to kind of set it up very well, because they're gonna dive on you. Look. Now what do? You just sit here. You just sit here. Just sit. Be patient. Don't let your stuff go down. Just sit here, and that's it. It's a waiting game. That's how you play Sentinel. And then once things trigger, you give them info, and your team starts rotating.
120.
Hopefully they don't throw.
Stop giving them ones. 1 C.
Run back off if you can. Don't fight it.
Turret destroyed.
1 B. 2 C. 2 C.
Okay, what's the problem with this round? There's a few problems, bro.
Not stalling for my team.
That's not a problem. There's other problems. Try to think about it. What'd you do on C? You like think about
You
that.
want to try to set up
sequence.
B and then we have 2 people C and D.
Kept repeaking the fade.
You're just re-peeking
A.
6 times, rage peeking him, and not even killing him. Just, bro. If you're not gonna, if you want to fight, fight. If you want to play safe, play safe. You literally did both. You didn't peek him, come back, peek him, come. Bro, just kill him. Right. Also, the fade dog didn't even see you. You didn't even need to shoot it. Right? Didn't come in your direction. You could have just left it. He ran out. You kill him. Easy peasy. Win the round. Yeah, I literally told him to put on B. Should have played retake to be real. I mean, he should have just killed the fade to be honest, but that's a game losing round. But
Spike planted.
I have ult.
Player standing.
Oh, my ult's ready. Blocking sight.
nice try. Nice try.
Match point. Reloading.
Okay, the one round we pretty much should have won, which we lost, but still almost won because we were thinking a little bit. Was that not this last round, but 2 rounds ago where I was like, fight for A. What happened? We fought for A. It was a 5v3 and we just threw. Your teammates threw. You kind of threw as well. But these are
to play, let's play.
A lot, see.
Face your fear!
What's the problem this round?
I lurked up too far.
It's not even a lurk up. You took space unnecessarily.
Out of
Were they coming C?
Yes.
Yeah, then you probably don't need to make that play. As soon as you're there jiggling
player
and you see 2, 3 hear them, just don't push out. If you don't see anybody, then do that play. But you have to understand, when they take C on this map, they take C. They don't leave you unaccounted for on mount. They fucking clear everything and will kill you. So, and that's kind of what happened. So that's that. Okay, I'm gonna be really honest. This game was lost on attack, and also because of a few rounds on defense, but mainly because we were 6-0. We're up 6-0, and we'll go 6-6. And why do you think it went 6-6?
I honestly could not tell you.
You gotta know. I will not take that for an answer. You have to know why. That's an idiot's
You could get
answer.
adjusted.
So that's the easy way out to say, I don't know, man. You tell me, bro. Okay, you gotta know. This is your game, no? This is your elo. This is your MMR. This is your game, right? You're the leader. You gotta know. So what's the problem in this game? What
They
went wrong?
They adjusted to our playstyle on attack and we lost.
Yeah, and what did you guys adjust?
I tried to make an adjustment.
That's a no. Trying is a no. Adjusting is adjusting. As in you've made and found solutions. That's what you have to understand. They are adjusting to you guys every single time, and you just stop doing it because you're up. You're like, oh, easy win, 6-0. You know that quote I always go to: sleep on the win, you wake up with a loss. That's what happened. Okay, you guys were up 6-0. 6-0. Game was going really well. You were doing really well, and it just slipped away from your hands. Everything. You just stopped thinking. I was observing, not really talking. How many plans did you make this game?
None.
None. Almost none. If they were, very last minute. It's a problem because on these big maps, you gotta make plays. Like pre-round set plays where it's like, okay, fake here, and then you guys walk up here, contact here. Instead of just 4 people starting A, and then mid-round, you're like, rotate! At that point, it's like GG. You gotta have control of space. Yes, there are times where you run it down and then you call a rotation, but a lot of the times you gotta have people set up to control C main. We don't know whether they've walked down or they have control of it or whatever the case is. Okay, it's really important. Alright, so good. At least you can identify why you lost. They're adjusting, you're not adjusting. And a lot of post-plant scenario went wrong, went super wrong. Okay, but that's that. Okay, so let's get started on these notes. Not too many. The first one is they start 6-0 and they went 6-6 because he's not focusing on identification protocol. You are not only identifying, but you are not storing information. You may store it. Maybe I should say store. You do store it, but you don't process the information. You don't really necessarily know what it means or what you should do or what is weak off that information in terms of their setup or the side. Right? Immediately, I already knew. I didn't want to tell you the answer. I already knew. C, and I actually even cheated. I told you C is super weak. Did you ever ran it on C? Really? Not
No.
really. You went there like 3 times. Even after I told you, didn't really go. Gotta use this to gain an advantage to some degree. Okay, so that's that. Any questions on this note using the identification protocol?
No.
Okay, so not only should we identify, store, track, but you gotta process. That is the key. That's what a lot of bad players struggle with. They cannot process what this means. Oh, I know that this guy does this, or they do play it like this, but they don't think about what this means to me. What can I do off this information I've seen? It's really, really crucial. Okay, let's move on. Next note. Stay locked in and stop running it down, especially when losing rounds. If you are to look back on this VOD, okay, once it went to 6-3, you started panicking. I'm being really honest, you started panicking. You're just like, okay, fuck, we just gotta run it down and kill them and take us. These are the moments in time you gotta slow it down. Slow it down. And
Mhm.
this is something I noticed you have a big problem with too, is that your default playlet, your default strategy, your default play is to just run it down. Nothing else. And that's what 90%, me included, I'm a part of that problem too, a lot of times too. So, well, not a lot of times, but when I'm tired or just don't feel like playing with it, I just run it down too. But when I'm trying hard, playing in a highly elo lobby, literally just fucking everything is so slow. Everything is so quiet. Gotta get used to this way of thinking a little bit more. Instead of just, all right, guys, we're going A. All right, guys, we're going C. All right, guys, we're going B. That's it. And
Mhm.
then mid round call rotate. Like that's your default strategy. Run it down and then mid round to rotate, bro. Gotta develop your playbook. Gotta set up fakes. Gotta set up rehits. Condition them. Use condition you've done by the plans you've made prior. It's a lot to think about, but it's really, really important because you're in the elo where you cannot play like in silver, where you just fucking run it down and then rotate. That's it. Those are two options in those elos. Gold under. That's the two options that every game I see when I coach these players in them or when I used to be. It's the two options. Run it down and rotate, bro. Get out your comfort zone a little bit. Set up plays. Okay, and I can see that you're starting to, but it needs to be slightly more better, slightly more attention to detail in those small details that'll help set up faking, selling the story. Okay? Any questions on this note?
No, I understand.
Okay. So not only understand, but apply. Use it. Right? Next note. Needs to tell his team to fight for A on defense. You should have told him that third round when you guys lost. Round 15 is when you should have said, guys, fight for A. I don't care what the fucking outcome is. If you need me to help you, I will come myself. Do you want a 5-man fight it? 4-man fight it? 3-man fight it? That's minimum 3-man. Okay, you're not gonna do a 2-man fight. You're gonna die. Okay, so you gotta be on top of that by understanding the map. They didn't fight for it. They had 3 on A and gave up A main every round. Almost every round. The one time we fought for it, because I told you to tell them to fight for it, what happened? We killed 2 of them there. And we had all control. Obviously, your teammates threw. You were part of that too. You threw too at the end there on C on that 1v1.
Mhm.
But gotta just be on top of them. Manage them better. Okay. Any questions on this note?
No.
Okay. So that's that. We'll move on. He needs to utilize off angles and headshot angles. He's just re-peeking 5 to 6 times to take a fight on a solo guy coming into sight with no information. As in, he's got no information on you. Does he know where you are?
No.
Does he know where you are on the site?
No.
No, he doesn't. He had no info. Even with that dog coming by, you should have shot it. You need to have a presence of mind there, a calm mind there to be like, wait, dog doesn't even know I'm here. I'm just going to use that. He'll just run on site without clearing anything.
Mhm.
Okay? And trust me, you would have got away with it too. But you gotta have that presence of mind to being like, wait, he dogged? It's not coming to me. Don't need to shoot it. Don't need to give up my element of surprise. Okay? Because he
Yeah.
doesn't know where you are.
Mhm.
He's just mindlessly running in by himself with the bomb. I'm pretty sure he had the bomb too. If you just killed him, like by holding an angle, holding wide, him running in, he's dead. Or you just being on an off angle, on top side, bend, you would have just murdered him. But what happened? You heard him. He dogged. You shot. So you mollied. He got hit by the lumber, and then you mollied. So then he's like, oh, she's near, and then she dogs. You shoot it, so then she knows, oh, he's here, and then so she's ready for you. She's just staring at you coming in the sight, and
Yep.
that's what happened. But if you just kind of showed that you weren't there, or she didn't know, you would have likely have killed her and won the round and made that game slightly more competitive. Okay, so you know this kind of just goes under your situational awareness, right? Slash positional awareness. But it's important that you can start developing these skills because these guys are so clueless, bro. Like if you just have that little bit of an edge there, 10% in a presence of mind, a lot of these situations you're gonna win. Even that situation on B, you had the bomb. You guys were about to thrifty them. Turns into a 2v2 and you're just like out in the open a little bit. Like not a lot, but just you're in an angle where he can see you when he's cutting the pie there. All you do is tuck, play off the turret. Make him
Yeah.
peek you or make him spam the box and one tap you. If he does that, good for him. Good job. Okay, but you're kind of a lot of the times giving them the fight on a silver platter. Make it hard for them. Okay, a little bit more. And that's that. Okay, I think. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna have enough time for a third game because we were kind of breaking these down. But
Yeah.
think about these notes a little bit more. Honestly, you are improving. I can tell, but a lot of the stuff you gotta focus on are very all about presence of mind. It's not like fundamentals or mechanics or your POV. It's all about being able to put yourself in the position of being like, wait, he doesn't know. Wait, this, wait. How about this? Wait, he's over here. I can go over here. He's got this. I'm gonna go get this. It's more of
Yeah.
that thinking than more of WASD. Gotta jiggle this guy and shoot him in the head.
Mhm.
It's less that. It's more the small stuff. And once you wrinkle these stuff out, you'll be a really good player. But you got to wrinkle them out first, and it's trust, it's growing pains. It takes time to develop these things. But not only know, but take action, apply, get it wrong, and you're on the way. All right. Don't even look at this D rank as like a big
Oh no
problem or
no no
issue.
that
It's not a really
that's
big
not
deal.
good. That doesn't bother me
Yeah,
honestly.
good. That's it. So focus on these notes. I will send you the VOD as soon as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, 1 second. Where are you? Right here.
Thank you.
But I sent you these notes. Quite a today, the session was much better than last session. Last session we were like, lock the fuck in, do this. Like I was like, we were thinking more on the more mental fortitude side, right?
Yeah.
But this session was really good. I think it was more on the high attention to detail. We can talk a lot about the smaller, detailed, advanced
Mm-hmm.
stuff that will help you incorporate your game to being a more not only consistent but just thinking like way ahead than your population right now,
Of
right?
course.
So,
Mm-hmm.
and you can. I'm glad that you can understand a lot of these things. I hope. Um, but the main thing with you is you gotta keep looking at the mini map, and then also we're going back to kind of what I taught you before and stuff like that. You gotta work on your leadership skills. You're not
Mm-hmm.
IGLing, right? You're slipping away, and that's something I need you to focus on as well. Not only the identification protocol, but what is on top of the identification protocol is leadership. Because what's the point if we
Yeah.
can identify, process, think to ourselves with solutions, and then make a plan to ourselves, and then not tell our team? What's the point? There's no point. Might as well just play the game and run
Yeah.
at that W key and shoot people in the head, right? So think about it and work on it. And because I already deem you the captain in every game. You're the only one talking. You're the only one trying to
Mhm.
make some sort of plan. You
Yeah.
gotta be on top of it though,
Mm-hmm.
consistently all the time. And if you do that, if you babysit them consistently, not only will you get better at calling, but also they will respect you because they're like, oh, this guy's actually calling and it's working. We're winning the game off his calls. So
Mm-hmm.
that's something I'd like you to work on and think about. Okay, you're on the way. Did how I asked you, I'm like, did you play a lot? And you said no. So how much did you play this last week? By the way.
I think it was 1 to 2 games a day.
Okay, not so bad. Do you have a lot of time? For
I got more hours at work,
uh,
but yeah, I still had time. Like I still had time to play more of that. To answer your question.
okay. And what did you do at that time? I know it's a little bit of a personal. You don't have to answer this question. I'm just curious.
No. Well, most of the time, like when I go to work, I'm waking up at like 4, and then I'm
PM?
at work at 5. No,
Yeah.
a.m.
Okay, 4 a.m. Okay, you're working
And
like
then
early
I'm
morning.
getting off at like 2 to 3
Gotcha,
in the
gotcha.
afternoon, and then I'm relaxing.
Right,
Because
right,
by the
right.
time like I'm ready to play,
You're
like after I
tired.
play a couple games,
Yeah.
it's already 9 p.m. or whatever, and then I gotta get ready to go to sleep for the next day.
Right, right.
So like,
Damn, you rest for that long though? 2 to 9 p.m. That's like 7 hours of smoking weed,
well,
bro.
it's not just resting. It's like
Yes, you smoking
I have
weed,
things to do.
jacking
I
off, playing with your
on God, I
friends.
haven't done anything today or like halfway through yesterday because I knew I had this session with you today,
I mean,
and I knew like
it's
bro, like
not much. It's a day
one
and a
time,
half. If you told me
one
like a
time,
week,
bro.
I'd be like, okay, pretty impressive. But like a day and a half, bro, like it's not much.
Look. One time I was high during one of our sessions and I said never again.
Yeah,
So like that's why
I
like
can
I'm
tell.
just
I
like
think you've been high multiple sessions, I'll be honest. Right, but
okay, it was 2 sessions and they were both consecutive.
regardless, just cut down on the weed, man. You gotta understand, weed is expensive and it's not good for you. You gotta understand that you're addicted to it. That's something that people that,
Actually, I think I'm one of the few people that actually will
well, you're not
agree
addicted.
with myself
Oh,
on
okay, great.
no that I am, that I
Okay,
am.
yeah,
Like I'm self-aware. A lot of people aren't self-aware, so
yeah.
that's one
So
thing.
you're self-aware. Gotta kind of cut it down because I'm gonna be brutally honest with you. I already know your playtime is because you're high all the time. You're probably so baked, like you kind of don't even want to play or just doing other stuff like that. I understand. I don't really care. I really don't. But what I'm trying to do is get you on the right path, right? You want to be
Hmm.
immortal. You can't be high all the time. I'm gonna be honest. Okay, there's some people that do, but it's gonna affect you in some way, shape, or form, and your performance.
Oh yeah.
So, well, all I want to say is I'm just curious on what you're doing with your time, but all want you to, and
Oh, I'm not gonna lie to you about
yeah,
that.
yeah, I know,
I know some people lie to you about that, and I hate
sure,
that
but
because the worst part is to
again,
lie about.
one thing I'll say off this information you told me is that, bro, you're spending okay, I can understand your personal life and stuff like that too, but if you really want to get to your goal in a timely manner and you're not fucking just wasting your time and it taking forever, gotta tap in, gotta play more. Okay, 7 hours. That's not a
Oh
rest.
yeah.
That's like you're just completely doing something else, right? A rest is like a couple hours, 2 hours, 3 hours. Okay, I can
Yeah.
understand. Seven
And I
hours.
can be completely honest. Like last act, I had this because my hours went back up as they did
Yep,
during
yep.
last act,
Hmm.
and I was playing even more games last act, like 3 times more than I
Yep,
am
yep.
now, and I was doing fine.
Hmm. So
It's
all,
just
all I'm trying to say
recently,
is that you should just try to
yeah.
play more, especially if you have the
Oh
time.
yeah.
Because you have the time. You just told me you spent 7 hours resting. Bro, spend 3 hours resting. Get off your ass. Stop scrolling on your phone, on your bed, high, lazy, and go and play. Grind. Think. Okay, it's really important that you play because,
Hmm.
the more you play, the better you'll
The
get.
more experience you'll
It's
get,
just
and the
very,
more you can add
just very
to
standard.
practice.
So, that's
Hmm.
really all I want to say. Okay?
Wait,
That's
who do
that.
you have after
I got
this?
Luki. I got one guy Sasuke after.
Oh,
But
I've watched him before.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So he always watches your session, and we talk about a lot of stuff about you because he watches. But that's that, and it's a
Hmm.
good reference point. But that's that. Okay. So
Is Friday
yep,
good?
yep.
Next Friday?
Friday's good. I'll see you next Friday. Today was a good session. Honestly, I was very impressed. Just the small stuff, are a little bit lacking. Um, which are like basic stuff. It's not even like it's big,
Yeah.
small stuff. It's just basic stuff to clean up. Um, So we'll do next Friday 7 p.m. same time. That works, right?
Oh yeah. Oh
Okay,
yeah. Yeah.
great.
That's gonna be like my only day where I'll actually be free and have time to
Sure.
to
And that's
get
fine.
this.
So I'll fully understand if you're not like kind of rusty, but just try to put a little bit more time if you can. I understand that you got life and stuff like that. Just try. I'm just trying to push you in the right direction so you don't waste time just, you know,
Mm-hmm.
taking forever to get to your goal. Okay, because yeah, that's that. All right. I'll see you next week. Good session today. And
Before
yep.
wait, let's set. I want to set a higher goal for myself.
I mean, if you're not gonna play, there's no point.
No, 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 no. I'm gonna play. I want to set Diamond 3 instead of Diamond 2
Sure, we can go for Diamond
before our next
3.
session.
Try your best. You got a full week. You know what that means? You need to be playing like 100 games this week to deliver to do that. Maybe less. Like, 50 games you'll probably get there. But still, that's a lot of games. Okay, so that's like
Gotta lock in
almost,
then. I
yeah,
gotta lock in
it's a
then.
lot of games, right? Okay, maybe not 50. You probably need like 30. That's probably about like 5 games a day to win.
I can do 5. I can do
Yeah,
5. That's doable. I
so
can
yeah.
do 5.
I would like you to kind of do that. All right. Good session today. Focus on these
Yes,
notes.
sir.
Focus to sum it up. Really, you got to focus on your situational awareness, positional
Mhm.
awareness. Overall, still got to work on your identification and the protocol to make plans and execute it for it to work. And then look at the mini map. Also, stay on top of your aim. And like I said before, after the first game, I said now is where you got to up it. If you think this is
Mhm.
where we start relaxing and stop aim check, wrong. You gotta start.
So like, do I add more exercises to it, or do I just add the amount of
Find newer
sets?
exercises that develop other areas of aiming.
Do you know
Um,
anybody that
increase intensity, more longer duration, more repetitions, more sets, more training sessions. So you do one training. Obviously, that's a different level. You're not gonna be on that level right now. But me,
yeah.
that's what I used to do to get to Immortal 3 at that time. I literally aim trade twice a day, plus play 10, 12 games a day, plus my aim routine, and DMs did not miss a day. These days, I'm not consistent at all. I won't sit here and lie and be like, yeah, I do it. I don't. I really don't.
Yeah.
Because that level of skill has still stayed with me to some degree. Obviously, it's fallen off a little bit. But in my prime,
Mhm.
wake up, aim trade for an hour and a half, range for 30 minutes, DM, play all fucking day, every day, do another session, lay down, visualize, think about the games I played bad, think about the things I did right, things on what I had to improve, go to sleep, wake up, rinse and repeat. I did that for 4 months straight, 5 months straight.
I have a question.
Okay,
Do you
so
know anybody like Sanji or like anybody that has added to their Kovacs playlist that I can like talk to about
uh
that?
well, that's the thing. There's not gonna be any textbook answer or somebody well, there will be, but um, it's best if you can develop these things. I can't always just
Mhm.
spoon feed you what to do. I want you to develop these things because that will make you better in itself by you being able to be like, hey, I want to try this out. Wait, let me learn about mechanics instead of just being spoon fed by Parks, right? And that's why I don't tend to babysit like that. Um,
You do kind of spoil me like a spoiled girl. Can't lie.
Honestly, not even. It's just I want you guys to find and develop this stuff because I did it by myself. If I can do it, I'm one of the most retarded people in life. So if I can do it by myself, you guys can do it. And why I want you guys to develop and find new stuff by yourself is so that you are learning by yourself. You are
Yeah.
trying to get better and put in that extra work, but without a coach. Okay,
Mhm.
these things you got to do on your own time. Okay, because it's important. It will show the level of effort you're willing to put in. Okay, instead of always relying on the community members and me, like just try, figure it out. Go on YouTube, learn.
I
Right.
I will
So
say I didn't. I'm most positive I only solo queued.
sure,
Uh,
good
the
job.
week.
I'm not saying rely by playing with them. I'm saying
Ye-
rely by looking for other students that are, like just develop
Yeah.
your own game. That's the beauty of this game. Don't just
And like
follow
that's kind of
what
like
everyone does or what. Oh, Voltiac. Everyone does Voltiac, so everyone so wants to do. not meant for everybody. Everybody has their own strengths and weaknesses, whether that's fundamentally, mechanically, game sense, doesn't matter. Everybody thinks different. Everybody has different processes of thinking, gaining information. So I can't
Yeah.
always give the answer to everybody. But what I want to say is that in terms of mechanics, yeah, everybody can kind of focus on the same mechanics, but still, I want you to develop your own exercises to find and stuff like that. Okay, because I've given you the
Absolutely.
base level of what to use. It's on you to find other rhythmic work or aim work, static work. Just get creative. Get creative. I want to put it in your
Mhm.
hands. I don't want to give you the answers. Okay, do and learn, understand mechanics, what the fundamentals are in Valorant and gaming, etc. Game sense, stuff like that. All right, but that's that. I gotta go. I'm running a little bit late, but
Yes, sir.
you're on the right track. Just now to put in more effort. All right. Good session today. I'll see you next week, Friday. If you have any questions throughout the week, let me know. All right.
Yes, sir.
Later,
You
bro.
have a good day.
Good luck. Get it, bro. Good luck at work and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
Okay. All right, guys. Let me see real quick. Luki, let's go. Let's go. Luki. So, wait, some new people in this. Let me read chat real quick. Oh man, I'm falling asleep.